I want to welcome everyone to Global FX Radio's Market Wrap-Up Show YouTube. I'm your host, Andrew Spanton. Monday, May the 11th, 2009. What a day, what a day, what a drilling day. Boy, I'll tell you, gapped it up in Asia, and I think that part of the reason why we sold off, again, this Fannie Mae news, they're going to need $16 billion more. So many people coming out of the woodwork talking down the stock market. You know, one thing I know about the stock market, and I do know a lot, the tops are not made out of weekend analysts and downgrades and stuff like that. Usually there's a squeeze. It's not going to be that easy. While I do believe the stock market is completely overbought, I think it's due for a big correction, like a lot of market commentators do. I believe in the reversal day. I believe where the stock market needs to be up 200-300 on some sort of good news and then reverse down, you know, on the day. A nice big fat shooting star. That to me is a nice reversal, some sort of like that. But just to start the week down and then say we're going to go right down to 600-700 points, to me then that's a buying opportunity. We're probably going to make a run for the highs again. That would be healthy. You know, it's just getting out the short-term traders and stuff like that. But you know, I just don't think it's going to be that easy. I do see storms on the horizon. All you see are storms on the horizon. But as far as our markets are concerned, certainly a breather. You look at this chart in the euro dollar. To me, we can easily pull back to 135. Again, commodity currencies have come a long way. This Australian budget, I believe the Australian dollar reversed today. I want to take a look at that because that to me has a lot of potential. Even euro Aussie, even pound Aussie under double par looks very interesting. You know, this Aussie, at least it made a new high. It did it early in Asian trading, but at least it made a new high. I want to be selling the strength in that. I think this thing, they're going to be nervous going into the budget. Make sure, there it is. And I could see easily a pullback 74. Without question, 75. Certainly taking out today's low. So the Australian looks very weak to me. The Australian across the board, we take a look at like the pound Aussie, which I think would be a nice opportunity. And I don't usually bring these kind of things to your attention. But, you know, gravitation towards the mean. You know, bounce up to 202. Markets are very nervous about this Australian budget. They're going to repeal they give like $14,000, $21,000 towards your first home. It's an incredible subsidy what they do in Australia, I must say. And if they do away with it, you're going to see the Australian. It's a sell the news event should the Australian dollar sell off ahead of it. And that's going to be in about 28 hours. Oh, I'm sorry, no, more, about 32. So I think the Australian dollar continues to sell off. Stock market probably going to be down today, but again, the carry trade, we're going to look at that in a second. That's the euro. We do dollar yen. Dollar yen had a nice reversal day. This one, we were getting killed. We were down like 400 pips, 500 pips. That made a comeback, though. I figured the stock market wasn't going to collapse. It was going to make a comeback and ended up buying the carry trade down there. But certainly, if there's any head and shoulders that you want to look at, I mean, this is certainly one of them. Now, I see a neckline here, yes. But this channel line, this is huge support. This could easily be a fake out because, again, there's no definable neckline. Really, the neckline, to me, I'd love for someone else to tell me where they see the neckline. I mean, obviously here. But we have multiple necklines here, 94. So should we take out, to me, the big one is this channel line support. Certainly, we see the tops of the head and shoulder. Certainly, very big spot. Are you kidding? I mean, we look at this now. Again, it could be so picture perfect that we take off. But the stock market did, in fact, top out. Any rallies need to be sold. Look for a level, look for this whole 96.50. The fact that also is now in charge and this other guy is gone because of corruption charges, maybe the yen's going to strengthen a little bit. Maybe there's optimism in Japan. I don't know. But this 96.50 level looks very interesting. And, we're going to look at the carry trade in a second. And I want to believe me. I want to be short them. But, sterling yen closing terrible. 174.40 right now. It just can't be that easy. They're going to go out without a fight? Let's switch to sterling yen. I look for reversal. This was no real reversal. Well, I guess really the shooting star. Certainly an outside day. Certainly very bearish. They gapped it up. this was really a gap up at 5 o'clock. So, listen, it looks like we're going down. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a turnaround Tuesday, where basically we come in, we're down, and then the stock market maybe comes back at the end of the day. But certainly this chart does not look good. But I just don't see how the stock market topped out. And if the stock market did not top out, then the carry trade can't. But again, these charts don't lie. This certainly looks like a continuation tonight to the downside. We certainly reversed, absolutely. But again, do I think we're going to collapse? I don't think we're going to collapse. I think we have a couple of day bang, 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 and then we at some point reverse. But sterling certainly taking out previous day highs, closing within the 50% retracement, under 150, and we could easily see sterling 147. Big numbers coming out later tonight, really, BRC retail sales as well as Rick's house price balance. And in addition to that, we get manufacturing production as well. So, listen, these numbers if they're good, if the pound is down here 150, and the numbers are good, you can see the pound right back up. Euro sterling looks very interesting to the downside to me. Nice reversal day in Euro sterling. Should it close around these levels? Nice reversal day in the Euro sterling. Should we take it to 80 and 50? It's going to look like a nice bearish engulfing bar. Probably get momentum down to 89. We bounce nicely. Again, time for the pound. Take the reins, baby. I'm just so pissed off about today. Today was a very frustrating day because I wanted to be short. You don't know how pissed off I was when the stores were coming out and they gapped them up, but just on downgrades and Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, it's old news. Market should be nervous to begin with, but still. Let's take a look at the Euro Yen. See if we see the same reversals all over the place. Aussie Yen definitely getting short. Again, I think the Aussie is going to be the relative strength loser. Certainly big bounce. Outside day again. Here we go again with the outside days. Actually, we have not had an outside day in Euro Yen. It was one of the other pairs. So this is a very significant day. Outside day. Carry trade looks very weak on the chart. Going to have to go with it. Absolutely. Look at the Aussie Yen. Look at the outside day on the Aussie Yen. Now, the only thing that could change this is any sort of good news, but no real good news has come out. Stock market is going to close, I think, probably down over 100. I don't think the stock market just melts down, but I think that any rallies in the futures overnight, I would imagine that we're going to see a nice sell-off in the carry trade. Luna Yen also looks very interesting to the downside. Another one. So the more that we look at these charts, the more we see, technically, these were big moves. And I have to say with Trigé, not be worried about inflation. Commodity currencies really have come a long way very quickly. Certainly due for a nice pullback, for sure. And, we've seen the Canadian dollar. Take a look at there. Some people liquidating their recommendations. The G-Man. So certainly dollar Canada looks like it's ready for hands as well. But, I'm not looking for a meltdown in the carry trade. I think there'll be a nice trade tonight in it. I think, we're going to look to book our profits, make a nice day, maybe have a couple of money lots. But I think at the end of the day, if the stock market makes a comeback tomorrow, we could have a nice turnaround Tuesday. And I just don't think, listen, maybe I'm dead wrong. Maybe they're going to just melt the stock market down 600-700 points from here and carry trade comes in 700. I don't think that's the way it's going to play out. I think they're going to try and shake it. I think the bulls are in control, and they're going to try and shake out the people that tried to short the market the last day or two and rip it maybe even tomorrow. Maybe there'll be some sort of good news. We do have trade balance coming out. You never know. So, again, if you have any questions about my premium service, feel free to email me at info, at globalfxradio.com. I just always get depressed when I don't make money on the short side because that's my, the dark side. The favorite side. Andrew Spanton, Global FX Radio, YouTube, the only voice you'll ever need.